You want to see this video or not? This is actually looks really good on sidebar.
Like, see myself knocking out Mike Tyson.
Doesn't prove that big muscles mean anything against his fists.
I've actually seen this video. I've seen it, and it's a good video.
And I'm gonna knock him out. You know what I mean? And boy, he'd have to kill me to beat me that night, man. He'd have to murder me. I'm telling you, he'd have to, he'd have to kill me.
As a lion going against the zebra, and I'd have to agree, showing that he's not afraid. Hanging on, Bruno's already tagged with the right hand, and there goes Bruno.
On February 25th, 1989, boxing fans saw a mega boxing fight in which 22-year-old boxing phenomenon Mike Tyson fought with a British boxer named Frank Bruno. That fight became one of the most important sporting events of that year because in that evening, two real monsters came together in the ring.
Is this a fake voice?
In the blue corner stood an Englishman, Frank Bruno, an unusually powerful fighter who, with his physique, looked more like a bodybuilder than a boxer. With a height of 6'4", the Briton had a 6'10" arm span. The muscular athlete was also a formidable knockout artist. Out of his 32 victories in the ring, 31 times he completed the fight by knockout.
The fuck?
That's AI.
That's a good punch. And that looks to me as though we may not see any more of Chuck.
Well, that's a killer.
Tonight. One punch.
Mike Tyson in those days was just a machine. By the age of 22, he became the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history by beating Trevor Berbick.
Jesus. I mean, dude, yeah.
Then, having taken possession of 3 more championship belts, the Brooklyn fighter became the king of the division. But it was at this moment when the fame that fell on his shoulders do much more damage on him than his rivals. More and more Tyson began to appear in scandalous news, papers. Iron Mike in the blink of an eye changed his image of a hero to the villain, but this made him even more popular. However, despite of the reputation of his opponent, Giant Bruno was not frightening. He was sure that he would be able to break the Iron Mike.
I feel very confident. I've got the power, the timing. The time is right to beat him. It's peak time. I've been in with the guy and I feel confident about going in with the guy. He's just a human being like you. He's a human being. He wears shoes, he wears socks. And as I say, you keep on repeating, I've been in with him and I know him. And I'm not going to get into that sort of like bandwagon like, oh, Tyson, this, Iron Mike, this, Iron that. You don't realise that the guy had a car
look at him, bro. He
broke up with his wife. He's
a different animal.
On the game, on this fight, his mind not conditioned for this fight. And I was confident before all this happened. And I think this is a peak time to beat a Mike Tyson, Harry.
Oh yeah, it is an AI video actually.
I believe so.
It's peeping.
Okay, listen.
And so, on a hot evening in 1989, the fight between the two titans finally took place. Despite all the promises of Bruno before the match, the fight could end almost in the first seconds.
The fuck?
Tyson literally rushed at an opponent who was not ready for such aggression, and as a result, Englishman on the floor.
I mean, yeah, he has to, right?
This is what right here is what I think is going to happen to Jake. I don't think he's going to realize what's going on for a second.
But Frank was not going to give up, so quickly picking himself up, he was able to shake Tyson himself with a left side, which at that time could not be done by anyone.
Very slowly across the ring. He knows he's in with a both. Tyson gets nailed with a left hook.
Wait a minute. Wait, Jake's coming back.
He attacks Bruno. Bruno continues to throw. Tyson was leading, but he was caught by a shot by Frank Bruno. Tyson trying to fight back.
Fortunately for Mike, the sound of...
I feel like we don't really get this these days anymore, dude. Everybody does like the whole like grapple, stall, strat, dog shit. It's lame as fuck. We don't really get that these days.
Fortunately for Mike, the sound of bell literally saves him.
What? Because I've been watching some boxing. I have been.
They grab each other all the fucking time.
But, already starting from round 2, Bruno began to get tired. For this boxer, it was a common thing, because with such a muscle mass, it is very difficult to conduct long fights.
Holy shit.
Having sensed this, Iron Mike picked up the pace and took control of the fight. The Englishman had no choice but to clinch.
Better than 5,000 British subjects that are here in the first round. These fights been so fast and so exciting, it's hard to do that. But a special hello to Chris Myram's into his advantage. But Tyson doesn't get frustrated. He just looks ahead of Mike Tyson.
Jake is like way taller
Left hook to the body.
I don't think so.
Tyson attacks with a left of his own. He catches Bruno with a nice...
Now.
Right hand catches Bruno.
He's like medium height.
Bruno looks ready to go. Now is when he's got to hang on.
Mike Tyson's 5'10".
He has Bruno right now. Bruno trying to keep him off.
And Jake Paul's 6'1".
And the bell ends round number 2.
6'4"?
6'1".
Magnificent
Oh.
shape.
What is Sammy and him then? I'm 6'2".
That's just on Google, dog.
Lightning hands.
What? Wait, what's the payout for betting on this?
It was like 1.5 to like 2.5, I think, like something like that.
Stage inside is going to get Tyson both hands free. They continue to fight after the bell. Tyson really has a look of...
The favor is that Jake Paul wins on the sheets.
It looks like Bruno could be hurt a bit. Tyson just really pours in like a madman almost. Frank has got to start throwing that right hand. Bruno is caught by a right hand and a left hook. Bruno comes back and catches Tyson. Right hand cut Bruno right in the forehead, followed up by the left hook.
The rigged rules, which rules?
The style that Bruno is fighting here. Bruno again let quick.
This guy's completely out of juice though. This guy's been fucking throwing a punch forever.
That time. We're in the closing seconds now of round 4.
Yeah, they're both tired, so.
The bell ends round number...
In the 5th round, Iron Mike, apparently tired of the opponent's endless clinches, decides to put an end to the fight by knocking out the opponent. And in the last seconds of the battle, his plan was fulfilled.
This place seats about 8,000 or 9,000 in the hotel. Bruno was caught that time, and Tyson knows it. Tyson trying to attack now to finish him off. Bruno has the wherewithal.
And the fucking bullshit stall strat. So annoying.
Tyson gives him room to come off the ropes. Scores with the uppercut. Lands a big right hand. Bruno's in big trouble now. He's ready to go. He hits him with a right hand. Bruno trying to hang on as best he can. He's still in big trouble. The uppercut catches him. The right hand catches him. He's really being hit now. Blood coming from the nose. His eyes are puffy. Tyson is punishing Frank Bruno right now. Bruno tries to hang on. Probably what he should do is get down to his knee and take an 8 count instead of letting this guy nail him with a flush right hand. This is round 5. Boom. Remember, a fighter cannot be saved by the bell.
This guy's still tanking though.
Right hand
Yeah, give him some credit.
Tyson knows he's got him.
Jesus. Bro.
Richard Steele has moved in and has stopped the fight.
But we must give credit to Frank Bruno, who despite the monstrous damage managed to resist the fight on his feet at the moment when the referee was stopping the fight. After this brutal beating in an interview, Iron Mike expressed his respect for his opponent, but like always by not forgetting to praise himself.
Mike, another one on your belt, another notch. Was this harder than you anticipated?
No, not at all, because I knew that he was going to come up, he was talking, and the way he was talking, I knew he was hyped. He was ready to go.
Does that
I was the best fighter in the world. Thank you, Frank. God bless you.
W.
And I'm just convinced, you know,
16-ounce gloves.
How dare them challenge me with their somewhat primitive skills? They're just as good as dead.
After losing to Mike Tyson, Bruno will continue his career and have many more big fights, including the legendary battle with Lennox Lewis, where Frank surprisingly had a decent fight with the future boxing king. On September 2nd, 1995, the Englishman met with Oliver McCall. At that time, the WBC world champion, and defeated him. In that evening, all England rejoiced.
Wait, they're using headgear? Who's using headgear? What the fuck are you talking about?
Bruno is the champion.
Tyson's fate after meeting with Bruno in 1989 did not work out so well.
That's what chat says anyway.
12 months later, Iron Mike will suffer a sensational defeat from Buster Douglas. Once and for all, breaking the myth of his invincibility.
Buster landing these... Oh, nice uppercut by Buster Douglas. Look at that. He's knocked down for the first time in his career.
Until 1991, he will fought 4 hard fights, especially with Donovan Ruddock.
Buster.
Next, he will go to prison for 4 years on rape charges.
Jesus
Mike
Christ.
Tyson will return from prison as a completely different person. Return to the ring after prison happened in 1995 against Peter McNeely, whom Tyson cleans up without any problems.
Mills Lane and stopped that nonsense because they were starting to butt heads. Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes
After, the victim of our hero was a fighter named Buster Mathis.
Another Buster.
Tyson's return from prison only added to his popularity. His fights drew millions of viewers around the world, but for full effect, the title was needed, which at that time was owned by Tyson's old friend, Frank Bruno, and the revenge between the two fighters was not long in coming. If before the first fight, the boxers were on a relatively friendly wave, then this time everything changed. Bruno no longer hid his negative feelings towards the opponent. Tyson was just as determined.
I'm gonna rock him to sleep. I hope Don King's got room in his lap.
It's interesting that Mr. Bruno's talking very brave and courageous, but we'll see.
See myself knocking out Mike Tyson, spectacularly knocking him out. There's no way. He just has to come straight at me all the time. Straight at me. He cannot beat me that night. He cannot. I refuse to be beaten.
Man,
I refuse.
bro, the accent really removes all sort of like, I feel like,
win, and I'm gonna knock
kind
him
of
out,
threat
you know
to
what I mean?
his words.
I've been away for too long. I've waited about 16 years to get in this position where I am, you know what I mean? And boy, he'll have to kill me to beat me that night, man. He'll have to murder me. I'm telling you. He'll have to, you know, he'll have to kill me.
That was the end. I mean, I just don't see him laughing with me. I'll be in just tremendous shape. I'll be in tremendous focus, and I'm gonna just be throwing punches of bad intentions.
And so, on March 16th, 1996, the fighters finally met in the ring. But, as in the first time and in the second, the muscles against Tyson did not help him.
Well, Mike doesn't talk the same way.
Huge reach advantage, and here we go.
Jesus.
Iron Mike, already at the very beginning of the battle, brought down all the rage on the opponent who was saved in the clinches.
You think you forgot how to do all this?
Down, ducked every one of them. Every time he comes in, he's an older. He's not going to let Mike do what Mike wants to do on the inside. Hey,
Definitely not. He's just older. But he's pushing 70, man.
He says he'll try it. He's learned to hold on, which he did with McCall. He is very strong, and he'll also try to tie Tyson up. On Mike's side, he's not bobbing and weaving like he has, and it's coming in pretty straight up. Tyson's people wanted to bob and roll, be less of a target attack from the angles, and he is on. That's the first one he caught the steam.
Damn.
Well, if they were worried about Tyson's ferocity, that Bruno doesn't have the foot speed to compete. Bruno try anywhere. Bruno threw a nice right hand around the side of Tyson's ear and then a left hook to the body. Nice effort. And anytime, oh, here comes Tyson.
Holy shit, man.
Combination with 20 seconds left in round. You can't fix a chin that was never great to begin with. By Tyson, but Bruno comes forward. 7 seconds to go.
You know they're doing all this clinching. I mean, they're still really battling it out. You gotta give these guys some credit for sure.
Anytime he gets close to Tyson, he holds off. We're punching if he's just worried about holding.
They're getting fucking hit with bars on their head. They gotta like take a second.
Oh, a left hook by Mike Tyson, flush on the face.
Jeez.
Another left, and a combination by Tyson. Halfway through the second. Less than a minute remaining in round 2. There was a nice right uppercut by Bruno. Crab reacting a little too much. He's not fighting offensively. Right uppercut.
I still think Jake wins this, to be honest.
A home run. A home run thrown by Tyson. They just missed.
But it could not go on for so long. In the third round, Tyson runs a powerful combination that shocked Bruno, and the referee rescues the boxer from beating again.
A pinch heavier, but I think he's a little more patient and a little more disciplined. Expected. He said he's not looking for the Tyson of what McNeely Mathis.
Holy!
Tyson, laid it on, pouring it on, down goes Bruno.
Okay, and then after this, watch the Tommy Fury fight with Jake.
And it is over. Mike Tyson is champion.
As a result, after 6 years, Mike Tyson became the world champion for the second time, and the boxing world gets the main character, the villain in one person.
Oh my god.
After a while,
Holy
people began
Jesus.
to realize that
Bro,
this
he's
performance was
pummeling
probably
this
one
man,
of the
though.
last
The
performances
fuck?
of Tyson in which he resembled himself.
He's going
of
up
the
against
past.
a Smurf.
Nevertheless, events in the life of our hero changed him forever.
Imagine, bro.
But we'll talk
imagine
about
if you
it
could
somehow
see,
another.
Imagine if you could see like X-rays right now or like MRI, like the brain
Mortal
inside,
Kombat.
the brain inside, and you see it moving around, dude. Like, bro, look at this guy.
Yellow,
And the
literally.
boxing world gets the main character. The
He said he's not looking.
Imagine if you could see it in there. Ba-boing, 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 ba-boing.
CTE +1, CTE +2.
That was crazy, though.
As a result, after 6 years, Mike Tyson became the world champion for the second time. And the boxing world gets the main character, the villain in one person.
I could check the highlights.